What is an earthquake? An earthquake is an intense shaking of Earth's surface. The shaking is caused by movement in Earth's outermost layer. Although the Earth looks like a pretty solid place from the surface, it's actually extremely active just below the surface. The Earth is made of 4 basic layers: a solid crust, a hot, nearly solid mantle, a liquid outer core, and a solid inner core. The solid crust and top's stiff layers of the mantle make up a region called the lithosphere. The lithosphere isn't a continuous piece that wraps around the world like an eggshell. It's actually made of giant puzzle pieces called tectonic plates. Tectonic plates are constantly shifting as they drifting around the viscous or slowly flowing mantle layer below. These non-stop movements cause stress on Earth's crust. When the stresses get too large, it leads to cracks called faults. When tectonic plates move, it also causes movements at the faults. An earthquake is the sudden movement of Earth's crust at a fault. These photographs show the San Andreas Fault, a 750-mile-long fault in California. The location where an earthquake begins is called the epicenter. Epicenter is the place on the Earth's surface directly above the focus, the hypocenter where the earthquake happened. An earthquake most intense shaking is often felt near the epicenter. However, the vibrations from the earthquake can still be felt and detected hundreds or even thousands miles away from the epicenter. Earthquake waves are basically of two types: body waves and surface waves. Body waves are generated due to the release of energy at the focus and movements in all directions traveling through the body of the Earth, hence the name body waves. They are traveling only through the interior of the Earth. The body waves are faster than surface waves and hence they are the first to be detected on the seismograph. There are two types of body waves as primary waves and secondary waves. When the body waves interact with surface rocks, a new set of waves is generated called as surface waves. These waves move along the Earth's surface. Surface waves are also transverse waves, in which practical movement is perpendicular to waves to the propagation. Hence, they create crests and troughs in the material through which they pass. Surface waves are considered to be the most dangerous waves. Two common surface waves are lava waves and Reinhardt waves. How do we measure earthquakes? Scientists can measure these seismic waves on instruments called seismometer. A seismometer detects seismic waves below the instrument and records these as a series of zigzags. Scientists can determine the time, location, intensity of an earthquake from the information recorded by the seismometer. These records also provide information about the rock seismic waves traveled through. Earthquakes are very dangerous. They can make buildings fall down and set off landslides, as well as having many other deadly effects. An earthquake then occurs at the bottom of the sea, can push water upwards and create massive waves called tsunami. These waves can reach the speed of up to 500 km per hour and cause massive devastation to anything in their path. The strength of earthquakes is measured on a scale of magnitude. The higher the number on the scale, the more powerful the quake. The more powerful quake is, the more damage it can cause. Earthquakes have killed hundreds of thousands of people even though the science are able to make buildings much safer and stronger than in the past. Unfortunately, many quakes happen in a part of the world where people can't afford to spend a lot of money on safety measures.